condescending about her. I wish you wouldn't talk like that about her. That's a terrible way to talk about a child. They're all different. And whatever you want to say, you got to own a big part of this. Sorry.
It is my fault because I don't know how to parent Caitlin.
Do you want to get past all of this?
Yeah.
Because you really do need to require more of yourself. Because you said, I'm not just a spoiled brat. There's a big part of you that is a spoiled brat. Here's the deal. She's 22. It's time you grow up. Now, I'll tell you what I'm willing to do for you. I'm willing to get you some help. I'm willing to get you some neurological scans so we can rule out whether or not you, in fact, are in a neurological loop that's causing you to have some OCD or causing you to have some type of blockage that's keeping you from moving forward with these tantrums, these meltdowns, or whatever, and we'll find out if there's something that needs to be dealt with there. And then we'll give you some more coping skills to deal with what's going on with you. It's probably going to involve some biofeedback training. It's probably going to involve some very sophisticated relaxation training, which is more than what it sounds like. You can begin to manage yourself and your emotionality with some new coping skills. And you are going to need to butt out and let this young woman begin to behave like a young woman. Seriously, you can love her, you can support her, you can be there when she falls, but you really need to get out of her way. You need to give yourself permission to forgive yourself. So, you went through a divorce. Some things happened. She went through some things. We'll help her deal with that. I'll get her some professional help with that. You need to get out of her way.
I will, thank you.
I'm serious. I'm serious. Do you want the help with this?
Yes, thank you.
It's time for you to get some coping skills, move on, and grow up. I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying it's time. And your mother won't tell you that, but I'm telling you that. All right, next, we're going to meet a young woman who admits she pretended she was blind for 6 weeks, faked getting struck by a car, all for attention. See, you're not so bad. Now her mother wonders if her latest issue is real or another made-up malady. We're going to talk to her next.
I felt unloved. I wanted someone to notice me. I faked a story of excruciating stomach aches. I said I was blind. I took a steak knife, cut my body.
I questioned everything Jenny tells me now. She cried wolf a few too many times.
Well, it's difficult to imagine why anyone would fake being blind for 6 weeks or lie about a stalker breaking into the house with a knife. But that is exactly what Jenny did, and she admits it, and a whole lot more.
After my brother got cancer, I felt unloved, unwanted. I wanted someone to notice me. My childhood fantasy was to be so sick that I was gonna die. I saw it as I needed to be just like him to get her affection.
When Jenny was in 10th grade, she began to act out.
I said I was blind. I would dart my eyes around the room like I couldn't focus on one thing. I'd kind of look over here, off to the side, like I can hear you talking, but I can't see your face.
I was scared to death for her.
I pretended for 6 weeks. I finally was busted.
She was holding onto my arm because she couldn't see, and all of a sudden she stopped and waved. There were some of her friends across the mall.
I was miraculously healed. I faked a new story of excruciating stomach aches. I would crunch over and I'd rock back and forth and crying and begging for my mom.
I took her to different doctors.
The only option left was a colonoscopy, and I wasn't afraid to go that far.
They said there was nothing wrong, and the symptoms suddenly disappeared. Jenny's lies became more dramatic.
I lied about being hit by a car. She didn't believe me. There was no evidence. The next lie, if I told my mom I was being attacked, she would comfort me. I took a steak knife, cut my body.
I fell hook, line, and sinker for this story.
The detectives knew from the start I was lying.
When I found out that Jenny had actually cut herself, I was shocked.
I still didn't stop lying. I faked seizures trying to get anyone's attention. I would start to stare off into space, and my breathing would start getting shallow. I might slump a little lower, make my body a little limper.
Jenny is 31 years old, and sometimes I think she acts more like a 10-year-old. I question everything Jenny tells me now. She cried wolf a few too many times.
Well, now